Hello curl friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me today. Special welcome if you are new here. I really hope to have you stick around. I post curly hair content every Friday, so if that's something that you're interested in, like I said, love to have you join the community. I am also posting other content, lifestyle content on my channel as well. That will be on a Tuesday, so I hope you enjoy that as well. Love to have you there. But for this video, we are doing a product review, and that brand is Adwoa Beauty. Now I have the Melonberry collection for my stylers. My original intent was to have wash day products and stylers. I was going to do the blue tansy line for my wash day products and the stylers like I showed you with the Melonberry. And some things happened. I'll get more to that in a little bit later of a story time. But we're going to be going with these Melonberry stylers, and I have worked with these already before. So I have used them several times together, and then also once just with the gel itself. So I feel like I have a little bit of an idea as to what these stylers will provide. But let's get to applying these products. I'm going to start out with the leave-in conditioner, or the hair milk as they call it, and then I will be giving you the product information as we go from there. This is the Adwoa Melonberry Hair Milk Leave-In Conditioner Cream to Spray. This multi-benefit Melonberry hair milk smooths, moisturizes, and detangles and softens hair without weighing down fine hair. This unique formula can also be misted directly onto the scalp to provide instant relief and gentle nourishment. Say goodbye to dryness, breakage, and say hello to soft, shiny, voluminous hair. The directions say to apply to wet, damp, or dry hair and proceed to style or air dry. It can be used as a lightweight refresher spray, leave-in conditioner, moisturizer, or a one-and-done styler for fine hair. It's also suitable for small children. Alright, so as I was applying this leave-in conditioner, or as I was brushing it through, it's really easy. It's really silky smooth now. My hair was already detangled, but I have detangled with it before in the past, and it's just really silky smooth, soft. And what is up with this piece? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to decide if I already brush styled that or not. I might have, but she's going to get it again. Okay, so this does have good detangling. It does also have good lightweight moisture. When it said voluminous on there, I was kind of surprised to see that because I don't think of a leave-in conditioner being voluminous, but it is. I definitely had more volume when I used this than when I didn't use it, when I just used the gel. So I thought that was unique because I didn't read these instructions. Actually, I didn't read the back of the bottle till after I had already used it, just before coming on this channel, or just before filming this video. So I was a little surprised to see that. But anyways, like I said, this leave-in conditioner doesn't feel like a whole lot on my hair right now at this point. Like, I can't feel hardly anything on my hair, and yet somehow it still is giving me the slip that I need. When I used it before in the past, the moisture lasted until my next wash day, which is usually about 4 days. I don't remember. I'm sure at least one of those days I did 4 days. I'm trying to just remember if the other day it was 5 days in between washes. I can't fully remember. Anyways, I've just been really impressed with this, needless to say. Now, the story that I was going to tell you about the wash day products, the shampoo, conditioner, and the mask, like I said, I did get the blue tansy conditioner. That did come in, but the shampoo and the mask did not. I had ordered these. It was between like Thanksgiving and Christmas time last year, and there was a 40% off sale, and I didn't notice. I guess on the website maybe they had like a pre-order that wasn't in at that time, but anyways, I didn't notice that. And when I ordered, it took like 3 or 4 months for my items to be shipped to me. These two stylers and the blue tansy conditioner. So I didn't even get my shampoo or mask at that time. And I had asked at one point, I said, hey, are these products coming? Okay, the clock was chiming at that point. I kind of forgot where I was. I paused and I got some things that I had forgotten. I forgot my wet plopping shower caps. Anyways, so I had gotten those two products, or I had gotten these two stylers and the conditioner, but I did not get the shampoo and the mask. And I had reached out to them at one point before I got these products, and I said, hey, I was just wondering, you know, I had ordered these at such and such date, and I was just wondering when they would be coming in. Customer service got back to me right away. They explained the issue, something about packaging. I don't remember completely at this point, but I was like, okay, I understand. And then they notified me when the products were being shipped and everything like that. And when I didn't have the shampoo and the mask. I reached out to them again. I said, hey, still didn't get these. They responded once again about the packaging. It's like, all right, that's fine. And I waited 6 months. I remember it was in June. And when I still didn't have the products by then, I was like, you know what? I really want my money back, because 6 months is excessive. I don't know what kind of packaging they're supposed to come in, but I would take it in just about anything, just as long as it had like a label on it as to what it was, and be fine with it. But so I reached out to them once again. I said, hey, it's been this long since I've ordered these products, still haven't gotten them in. Can I get my money back? And once again, customer service reached out to me right away, said yes, not a problem, refunded my money without an issue. And so I was very pleased with that. But then about a week after that, the products came back in stock and they were shipped out to other people who kept their order or who had ordered after that. I'm like, I should have just maybe waited it out 1 week more. But oh well, it is what it is. And I've been a little gun shy or kind of hesitant to try to buy products again. All that to say, I am going to leave the products linked below. They do have great customer service, and I really feel like they will treat you right if you have an issue. Hopefully you won't have an issue, but if you do, I believe that they'll see to it properly. So anyways, this is what my hair is looking like with the hair milk on or in. And I'm just going to kind of roughly divide my hair in half here. Try not to disturb the curl clumps, but trying to get kind of half and half. And we're going to go in with this gel. This lighting, the sun is coming and going, so it's probably a little annoying, but it's probably more annoying actually to me as the editor than it is to you guys, the viewer. But I'm just letting you know, it's bothering me. Anyways, let's go in with this gel, okay? I'm going to give you the information on it and we'll begin applying it, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts at the end of that. This is the Adwoa Melonberry Smoothing Gel plus Vitamin C for fine hair. The Melonberry Smoothing Gel plus Vitamin C is humidity resistant and prevents unwanted frizz. It nourishes, shines, and defines curls without weighing down fine hair. The directions say to apply to clean, wet, damp, or dry hair and style as usual. You may use a hooded dryer, a blow dryer with a diffuser attachment, or allow your curls to air dry. Now I am doing a very slow scrunching method. That's how I prefer to do it. Sometimes I speed up these clips, sometimes I choose not to, but I don't like to scrunch fast. I like to hold it and pulse a little bit. Occasionally at the end, sometimes you may catch me scrunching it a little bit faster, doing just a light one, but I like to help the curl really form in this pattern by doing slow scrunches. All right, and now I'm going to put my wet plop on, and then we'll talk about the gel. So this gel is a very slippery, slimy-like consistency. It slips well throughout the hair. Like I said, I have used this as a solo product, as a one and done styler. You'll see there's a little tack, a little slime. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the Camille Rose Curl Maker. Is that it? No, it's not the Curl Maker. It's the Camille Rose gel is what I'm thinking of. And it also reminds me a little bit of the Uncle Funky's gel. It kind of gives me like that custardy-like consistency. But anyways, like I said, I'd applied this as a single styler, and it worked well as well on its own. It worked well paired with the Melonberry leave-in conditioner, and it also worked well as a single styler. The moisture lasted the entire time. I did 4 days before I washed again, and I wore it for a wedding. It was great. I loved my hair. It was a little bit, I want to say, more limp actually with just the gel, and it was a little bit more voluminous, a little bit more fuller with the leave-in conditioner. So hopefully we'll see like consistent results with this routine that we're doing, but let's just wait and see. I'm leaving my wet plop on for about 10 minutes and I'll diffuse my hair, and I'll come back and I'll show you the results. All right, curl friends, I am back with my hair fully diffused and styled, and let's take a look at these results here. I will definitely show you what the back is looking like. So let's take a look at that. All right, you guys, as I'm trying to fix my part here, I'm coming to the conclusion my hair might not be all the way dry. Yeah, As I was drying my hair, it took a long time to dry. It took an extra, I would say probably 10 minutes for my hair to dry, and I was pretty certain it was dry. My ends were actually starting to frizz just a little bit, so I did go in with my Verb Ghost oil just to smooth things down. I do that occasionally. I don't do it quite as much in the summertime as I tend to do it a little bit more in the winter time. I think actually this summertime was the first summer that I didn't do it nearly as much as I have in the past. But anyways, it's nothing new. Like, I do this all the time. I go in with my Verb Ghost oil or my Argan hair oil. So anyways, I applied that. It tamed down the frizz, not an issue. I really thought my hair was dry though. And now it doesn't feel wet so much as it just feels cool in areas. So that's usually a sign that your hair isn't all the way dry. I will say my curl pattern at this point isn't the tightest that I've seen. And because it might not be all the way dry, it might tighten up a little bit more as the day goes on and everything like that. I'm not 100% sure. This is a big oops on my part. Like, I should have come on fully dry hair, but don't worry, we're gonna check back tomorrow. We'll see how it's looking then at that point. As I was drying my hair though, there was a slight cast that had formed kind of in the middle of the drying process, but as I continued to dry my hair, the cast broke away. It wasn't there at the end. My hair feels very lightweight at this point. I have some, like, a decent healthy looking shine. It doesn't look exaggerated. It doesn't look anything unnatural. The moisture feels good. It doesn't feel heavy. As I said, it might still be a little bit wet. So let's just give this a day to see how this settles and everything like that. See how my curl pattern reacts, because like in the back areas, it just, she doesn't have much spring. She doesn't have much bounce. And I remember when I used these in the past that every time I've gotten more spring and bounce to my hair. So not sure. I'm thinking, like I said, my hair probably just isn't all the way dry. So I apologize for that. Let's check back tomorrow. Okay, girlfriends, I am back for day 2 hair using the Adwoa Beauty products, and let's take a look as to what my hair looks like today. The underneath here. I'm going to show you the back then as well. And now let's get into what my thoughts are on this hair today. I will say I want to back up a little bit to yesterday, day 1 of this hairstyle. I didn't go over the frizz level, but frizz was very minimal. But overall, day 1, I was kind of disappointed in my results, because I don't know if you guys have ever been there where you're like trying a routine several times and it works really well for you and you're really excited how it looks, and then you have like a big day that you want to show it off for, say like some event, some place that you're going to, and your hair just doesn't turn out, and you're like, this is the day that I really wanted it to turn out. This is the day where I wanted it to show off, or at least do what it had been doing before. And I just felt like yesterday it wasn't. And I have a reason why I think that was the case. I think it was my fault. I think I went in with a little too much product. As lightweight as that leave-in conditioner was, it doesn't feel like anything in your hair, and I think I just went in with a little too much of that. And then also, I know I went in with more gel than what I have in the past. I just, once again, felt like I needed a little bit more hold, so I was like, we're gonna make this look good. We're gonna give it a little bit more hold, and I don't think you need to do that. That gel is very moisturizing on its own, and you just don't need that. If you have very fine hair, I really think the leave-in conditioner is good, but you don't need a lot of it. And then if you have really fine hair as well, I don't necessarily know that you need both of these products. Now, I don't think that the leave-in conditioner is going to give you the hold necessarily that the gel would, but I do think that the gel is good enough on its own. But I like the volume that I tend to get from the leave-in conditioner, although yesterday I didn't really have that. I felt like for you guys, I do feel like I have a little bit more. The sides of the top part of my hair, like the outer shell of my hair, and these face framing pieces definitely absorb more product than the back portion of my hair did. I just felt like the back portion of my hair was a little bit more limp, a little less curly, and that's generally my curl pattern anyways, but I felt like yesterday it was extra pronounced. And yes, when I came yesterday, my hair was not fully dry, and that was my fault. I thought it was initially when I started the video, and then as I was going along, I'm like, no, I don't think this is. So my results did improve throughout the day, but we also had a very windy day yesterday, and I was out in the wind a bit, definitely had my hair blown around. And then we were doing some shopping, so I did get some, like, you know, as you're pulling clothes on, stuff like that, your hair just kind of gets a little extra more messed up and everything like that. So I did put my hair through the ringer. I did put it through some stuff. So I definitely do have more frizz, although I will say I don't think it's any more than what I had on the previous times when I washed my hair with this. I said that I have used these products before. I've said that multiple times, but I've always had a significant amount of frizz develop, and actually this time I feel like I have the least amount of frizz that has developed on day 2, which is kind of odd. Maybe it's the fact that I applied more product than I ever had in the past, which kind of maybe didn't give me the best curl results that I was hoping for, especially on day 1. I do feel like my curls have bounced up a little bit more, that they kind of got a little bit tighter curl pattern here in the front portions. The back, maybe just a little bit. Like I said, that's not my tightest pattern back there anyways. This has just kind of been a weird trial and error for me, and I feel like I should apologize to you guys, the viewer, because it's not consistent with what I've had before. But I don't think my day 2 results look bad. These are definitely softer results too. So if you're not for that, if you like some grit, if you like some texture, if you like something that's really going to hold your hair in place, this probably isn't the product combination for you. But if you like softer results, if you like more lightweight feeling hair, I do think that this could be a good product combination. You just have to make sure you don't go in with too much product. A little goes a long way with both of these. Overall, my moisture still feels very good. Shine looks good. My curl definition is a little bit more improved, I feel like, from yesterday. I've already touched on that, the reasons why. I feel like my volume has actually improved a bit as my hair has dried out more entirely. So that is the conclusion of my results and my thoughts on these products. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of this in the comments down below. Are you interested in Adwoa Beauty, or have you tried them out? Let us know in the comments. I always love to hear from you guys. So until I see you again in the next video, have a great day. Bye.